Okay, so this is a Jason bolt lock. You can see the lever is swinging in the breeze, so we can't... Oh, it's open. Yes, thank you. So it's working from the outside while the door's open, but there could be something wrong with the mechanism inside here. It does feel a little tight. These ones have a rod which shoots up and out the top here. It's a flat bar, 25mm, and another one that shoots down and comes out the inside here, and they hook into these little keepers here, 1, 2. This particular one, there's a little bit of guff in there, but it's not too bad. Quite often these are filled right up with sand and the rod won't extend, and therefore this bit won't go across. You know, why won't this darn thing shut? The other issue is, if we bring this across, this one sounds good. So I'm just going to rip the side off and check. You'll see that the door's meeting at the bottom there, but as we come up, there's a gap at the top, which generally indicates this rear roller has lost its diameter, whether it's an adjustment or a collapsed roller. That's now dropped at the back. So when we go to close the door, the top rod is now hitting behind the keeper here, instead of going into the slot. Again, it's why won't this darn thing work, and then this happens. I'm just going to pull that to bits and I'll show you what's going on inside. So I've whipped the handles off. So the handles come in two pieces. They come in the handle section, which you can flip from left to right, and of course inside to outside. Then they come with this other flat section, which simply fits over the top of this, like this kind of thing here. So you can separate this from this, and if we have a look over here, we'll see the snib lever has broken off there, and there's a little circlip right here, which you can just see if I can do this. There we go. You just take that little circlip out. The snib lever just pops right out. Pop the new snib lever in. Pop the clip on. Put it all back together again. Just got to get this broken bit of the, where is it? It's in there. Just poke it out. There it goes. That's the part of the broken bit there. Bit of jarrah, I call it the knock block. I use it for just about everything, and a rubber mallet. Gee, that's looking a bit old and grotty, isn't it? Well, she's fixed a few doors. separate the frame from the glass. The lead style from the glass, we can whip this out and have a wee look, see what's going on in here. Take that cover off. This holds the lock barrel in. This holds the height of the lock mechanism. Take those two out. I'll get that out in a minute. This is the carriage on the bottom, so I need to take that out. And note that the rod is on this side, so that when we put the door back in, it lines up with the track here and goes behind that keeper, not on this side. Otherwise you'll be in. I'm going to whip that out. It's a bit yucky. I might, yeah, that roller's gone. I might just change that anyway. Slide all this out, either the bottom or the top, doesn't really matter. We just make sure that it's functioning correctly. So push this bottom in, the top should retract, and the top is retracted. Pull it back out again, and then push the top in, and okay, so the mechanism inside is still functioning as it should. The other issue is sometimes these little screws can just work their way loose, one here and one here, and if that happens, then, oops, sorry about the finger, then the screw head hits the mechanism body and it won't retract. Why won't this darn thing close? And then you end up breaking the little snib lever. So the mechanism's all good now. We've slidden it back up inside the frame again. Just let me show you the top now. So this is the little guide at the top. These are still available, and the carriages at the bottom are still available as well. So this thing here has a slot in it there. That's what the top rod is guided through. Little grooves on either side there and there, where that slides over the face. This thing here on the back of it has a square slot, and that square slot needs to fit over the top of this screw flute here, like that. If you misalign it and you try and bash it on, you'll end up pushing this top section off and popping the back off the glass here. So you just have to be careful when you do put it in that you make sure you've got that bit lined up correctly. Got the handles back on. Don't forget to put the inside on the inside and the outside on the outside, and make sure you've got these D handles facing back this way and not forwards like this, because they'll hit the wall here. But you'll soon figure that out. Anywho, so put this back in again. What I've done is I've popped my small knock block in the track down the bottom there, so that when I pop this bottom on, this bottom section is not going to separate from the glass at the back. You also have to be very careful that you don't pop the top off, and you also have to be careful you don't pop the top off at the back as well. So everything has to line up. So I'm just going to pop this back in now. Make sure you get the roller over the track. Now this all has to line up with this. To kind of lift it a little bit to get this to go in. It's all back together now. New carriage handles are back on. We haven't put the locking screw in just yet. This will move up and down, so we'll adjust that once it's in. So now this is what we're talking about here. We've got to make sure all this is lined up. So first we put this on. Just sort of slide slide this back a little bit, get it to come up and under and over. Then you've just got to wiggle this, there we go, and that slots straight over like that. Just clicks in there like that. Now I just have to make sure this curved bit here fits over this curved bit here and also here, which is why we put the block in the back, because if we bang it too hard here and it's not lined up correctly, then the back will come off. That's it. Make sure the rubber's in. Yep, that looks good. A little bit here. That's it. There we go. Just put these screws back in, and that's that side done. Then we'll just hit the... Okay, so we've got it all back together again. I've replaced the rear roller, and it's sliding beautifully there now. And you'll notice this gap is nice and parallel. And when we shut the door, it latches with just a simple push of the finger, and the snib locks also. Unfortunately, I don't have a key to test the key, but that one's still functioning quite good. And this one probably won't be replaced in the future, but yeah. Oh, so lock the height in here. Oh, I've got the screw ready. Lock that in so it can't slide up and down. And that's that one done. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.